Welcome back to our build series.
Yeah, finally.
It's been a while. A lot happened in the last few months, and we'll give you a quick recap of things that happened. What has changed in the Mog, which is a lot.
Yep.
What has changed in our life, in our location. So much going on, so we'll now get right into it.
It's all in our hands, this life of time that's given to us all. It gathers round each night, each morn. We watch it pass and grow. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands.
Now we'll get right into it, and the main topic of this episode is going to be our top brush bars and the solar panels.
Yeah, and in the end we'll show you how we moved and our current setup, which is a bit special, and yeah.
But we like it.
We love it.
It's good.
We feel so free right now and just love it.
Yeah.
Wake up slowly, still and softly. Let the moon torment still till break of day.
Cheers!
What do you have there, Jele?
Nothing.
It's a good Saturday.
Boop boop! Our Mog's running again. We can leave the farm. After freaking how long?
Year and a half.
November 2020. Can you believe it? More than half of our time in Australia.
So not so far, but we're allowed to stay.
Yeah.
So I am putting on lights. So we have markers for the top, right, and left. Putting in some Deutsch connectors. Running a wire all the way along here, all the way to the back, and then it's gonna be connected right there because that's where our gland box sits on the roof. So that's where all the wires are gonna lead to, and then we'll have another Deutsch connector there.
Wake up.
So after soldering them together, Patrick puts that heat shrink on top, and then he puts silicone around it and another big heat shrink that goes over both of them on top of that. So it should be really waterproof.
To still the pain. All you drinking, feeble easy. As you see her sinking from shore.
Alrighty, so as you can see, I've spent a good part of the morning putting on these P-clamps. I'm not a big fan of cable ties. I think they just don't look good, so you got a bunch of these P-clamps and they work really well. They also don't fray your wires, insulation on your wires, because they have like a rubber around the stainless. Yeah, so I cleaned up all the wires, at least on this side, because only one more wire has to get run here, and that's to our crane that's going to sit up there. We have our Starlink mount right here, and now I'm doing a night shift and putting in the solar panels so we can hopefully put this whole frame up onto the roof tomorrow, so we can start using the rear winch to put up our spare tire. And yeah, so the other side, I've just left the wires loose so far. I've drilled and tapped all the holes, so there's one, for example. There's a hole. drilled and tapped. All the lights are mounted. Wires are still loose because this side is actually going to get the solar panel wires. So for the panels, I've put in our spacers. So there's 2 mil spacers in there. Here they're still sticking out. Here as well. These are for the expansion. Alu expands almost twice as much as steel does. So pretty much there's like the coefficient of thermal expansion, and that's pretty much just the value of how much alu expands over a distance of 1 meter for 1 degree Celsius. And yeah, I calculated this whole thing for 100 degrees, and then the expansion in this width was 1.3 mil. Expansion in this direction was 0.9 mil. And we're just putting 2 mil gaps. So we've got obviously some room for error there. In engineering, you call that a factor of safety. Alright, so here we go. The panels are bolted in on the outside with, come on, zoom, M8s. These are actually too long, so we'll be putting in shorter ones. I'm putting the longer ones on the outside because they're easier to get to than the ones all the way in the middle. So these outside ones here and these outside ones are M8s, and the holes drilled for them are M10, so 10 mil hole. So they have 2 mils to move. And here in the middle, so along these angles, we're putting in M6 bolts. Same as here, and same thing here. So these are M6 bolts and 8 mil holes. Now, yes, the bolts are definitely overkill. You'd only need 1 M6 bolt to hold down this panel. The panel only weighs about 23 kilos, but everything has to be over-engineered, and I definitely don't recommend using just 1 bolt to hold down the panel. This is more of a safety factor for going down corrugated roads with vibrations. You don't want anything rattling loose, so obviously if you have 1 bolt here that rattles loose, you still have 7 other bolts holding down the panel. Until you realize that bolt's gone, another one's going to be loose. So then you can check, and then you replace the ones that are loose, and yeah, there we go. Alright, now we have to, so the solar panels are in, as you can see, all bolted in, tightened up, and now we're connecting them, which solar panels always come with MC4 connectors, just a solar standard. They look, one side looks like that. So you have your female, your male part, and it's pretty easy to do if you have a proper crimper. So thank you, Sam. And it's goes a bit against what you look at. So the pin that goes into this one actually goes into the female part, and the receiver pin actually goes into the male part. So it's a bit contra what you'd think when you think female, male. The pins are exactly reversed. But yeah, so pretty much I'm going to crimp these up and connect them.
It's very exciting. We are gonna put our roof rack with the solar panels on top. Let's say we give it a first try. And we got some visitors over here. Hey, where are they going? Pinball. Hey, baby. Oh, Pangolina. Hey. So close. So scary as well. Some more fine adjusting. It doesn't fit yet, but it's so scary. blocks that are higher than our mounts, so we can position it right. Look at this, and the sunset in the background. It's just amazing. Alright, there's so much going on that we're not recording because we're just running out of time. And also, we are packing up. We really want to leave the farm. It's just a few days delayed, later than planned, but stuff is here, stuff is in the packing shed, stuff is in the container, stuff is in the workshop, stuff is everywhere, and we have to get everything into the truck. So all of this, plus some stuff in our room and in the other shed, have to go in here. Today's the day our sheepies will get picked up. We're actually leaving!
Yep, and I'm actually tucking my shoes. Check it out. I think they have served their lifetime. That's it. Skip it.
And the last video from this car? Oh my god, we had the craziest last couple of days. We're freaking leaving! Patrick!
Can't believe it.
Woo, woo, woo! And we have a 3D printer in between us. We blocked off the crawl through with some insulation so it's not ridiculously loud. I blocked off the door with a towel, and yeah, should be good. Off to Perth. We are so close. We are pretty much in Perth, still driving, and there was a pilot vehicle coming through because there's an oversized load coming. So we're excited to see what it is. What do you reckon, Patrick?
I say mining equipment.
An airplane.
Yeah, right.
Usually it's mining equipment, or pools, or houses.
It's not even that big.
What is it?
Wrench turkey.
Oh, it's not even wide. But hey, they blocked the entire road. That's Australia. We are on the way to the airport. Where are we going, Patrick?
Picking up a special visitor.
Oh, we're not flying out. We're not going on vacation.
Not going to Bali.
No, we're definitely not going to Bali like everyone else. We made it to the airport. Here we go.
Hello.
Alright guys, we're having some fun here. We lost our exhaust again. It's the second time it happened. It's right there. And the annoying bit is that the part that should go back onto the truck, this bit, is bent. So now I'm gonna cut it off with a grinder that we luckily took with us. And because we drove a little bit without this part on the exhaust, one of our air lines broke and popped. The one that goes to the handbrake. So now a guy stopped by, Patrick went back to the place we're staying at, getting the airline repair kits so we can fix the airline, and then we can put the exhaust back on. And also our battery's flat, but we have a spare luckily, so, and our windscreen wiper is not working. It's a great day. Welcome to a new home! Let's start building ourselves a temporary workshop, shed, shelter, undercover area. We're getting everything off Marketplace. We've been scrolling yesterday night and all morning and trying to find items and organize pickups. Yeah, so here we get started with our sunshade. Alright, we actually wanted to buy one off Marketplace, but now we found the exact same shelf at Bunnings for 18 bucks. So it's just a galvanized basic shelf. Like that. And because they had one that was pretty damaged, as you can see.
Not pretty, really damaged.
It's like really damaged. One shelf is like almost unusable. But as you know us, we'll make it work, we'll fix it, and we got it for 2 bucks. So 20 bucks, 2 shelves. Awesome.
Better than 2 used ones for 25 bucks.
Yeah, off Marketplace. And we also got a light duty tarp that will be kind of like our shade.
Our side covers.
Yeah, so not everyone can watch us building shit.
What is this? Jele?
More paint rollers and some more tent pegs. We're ready to go. We still have to pick up our tables, Patrick.
Yep, and we're good to go.
Yeah. And we got our tables. These are 3 pretty big tables. I think 180 by 1 meter. They are old and used, and you can tell, but we got them for $5 each, 3 of them, so 15 bucks. And these will be our tables where we can chuck the saws on, we can paint on them so they're not, and nothing's laying on the ground. So it will be better than what we had before. And now let's go, set everything up. Woo! It's finally shower time. It's been a couple of days because we obviously don't have a proper shower yet. We're still working on the bathroom. But we found a way of how we could have a hot shower because it's sunny, but it's not too hot today.
Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil.